I'm homophobic. I'm also biphobic, transphobic, misogynistic. But so are you. I mean, how can you not be when you're born in a heteronormative, patriarchal society? We are told that men should be masculine and women should be feminine, and that straight couples are the norm. Femininity in males is ridiculed. At school you might have been called a puff, a sissy, a pussy, and told boys don't cry. Masculinity in females is frowned at times. You might be called a butch lesbian, a tomboy, and told to be more girly because it's more attractive. I mean, homophobia itself is a dislike of homosexuals, whether it's their acts, traits, characteristics, mannerisms, or whether it's stereotyping them. And biphobia is the same for bisexuals and trans for transsexuals. So let me give you an example. When I was younger, I used to have a dislike towards feminine guys because I felt that they reminded me of the bullying that I received at school. I used to say that I want a man, not a woman, and if I wanted to date a woman, I would be straight. And a lot of my friends were saying this too. And now this is quite subtle ways of internalized homophobia. But then I started to realise this and I thought, you know what, these feminine guys are a lot more confident and authentic about who they are and they're not pretending, and it takes a lot more guts and courage to walk with the way they walk and be who they are. And I admired them and I started to find them quite attractive. Now, how can you see signs of internalized homophobia in your world? I mean, do you try to fit in? Are you afraid of disclosing your sexuality even when it's safe to do so? Are you ashamed of yourself? Do you try to be more masculine, muscular, straight acting? And do you write that on your dating profile apps? Are you hateful towards feminine guys or masculine lesbians? With regards to biphobia, do you say that bisexuals are greedy or that they will end up with someone of the opposite sex and therefore you won't date them? Do you make fun of them? With trans, do you ridicule them? Do you try to imitate them? Do you discriminate against them? Do you try not to understand who they are and why they are? And do you use words such as he's such a tranny or she looks like a man? Because those are all considered signs of internalized homophobia and discrimination towards the LGBT community. So how can you release this? Through shadow work. Number one, acknowledge and accept that we all have internalized homo, bi and transphobia. That's half of the battle done. Number two, be present and aware every time judgmental thought comes up and try to overturn it. And question yourself, why do you have these thoughts? What can it help you to realise? How can you better understand the gender and the sexual spectrum? Are you attracting into your daily life? Do your friends, colleagues and family talk about it? Does it come up in your dating profile? Do you write down no femmes? Do you see it regularly? Because then it's active in your conscious periphery and you're more likely to look for it and manifest it. Do you judge other LGBT people as well? Do you ridicule them? Number three, how can you improve this? You can actively stand up against discrimination towards LGBTI people. You can be a part of groups, societies, speak up and be proud, especially if it's safe to do so. Number four, the law of attraction says that whatever we think about the most often is more likely to manifest in our reality. Therefore, if we think about homophobia, then we're more likely to see it. It's the same way when we have campaigns such as anti-homophobia. Even though they're well-mannered, using the actual term homophobia activates it within our conscious periphery. I mean, whatever we resist persists. Therefore, you're more likely to negatively manifest this into your life. It's the media already does this. They do fear-mongering with negative imagery. So personally, I would suggest not to share, comment or like negative gay media, which a lot of people do because you're actively contributing to the negativity that's out there. I mean, definitely give love and compassion to atrocities that happen out there like terrorism, but it's far better to imagine, think and feel a world that is beyond labels and stereotypes. See a world where everyone is equal and loved and you will actively contribute to its manifestation. It's a far better use of your time. Then it won't appear in the world that you live in. Yes, it might happen around you, but you won't see it, it won't manifest. Now this is not escapism, it's not escaping the reality that's out there, but it's actually active spiritual manifestation. Because the more people that are positively manifesting a better future, the more quicker it will come. Because that's the way this universe works. The law of attraction works. Whatever you feel and think the most, as though it already is, that's how you bring it in. That's why I would recommend that you share, like and comment this video to actively contribute to the positive LGBT message out there. Subscribe to my newsletter and my website, and also like and share and comment below. And that way you can make sure that you can release all the internalized homophobia that you may have acquired. Thank you very much. Have a good week.